Alright guys, so we're back here. Gonna have to fix that one because it's going double line instead of line and load. So, long story I'll explain later, but anyways, gonna install today this dryer plug, as you can see. And all this stuff is in the way, so I'm gonna have to move that for you guys here. So give me a like for hustling for you guys, and here we go. Alright, so I took this out of the box. This is what the plug looks like. So this is for the 3 wires on top and the ground on the bottom. And here's your wires, ground, neutral, and your 2 hots. And I'll probably have to put a caterpillar on this because it's in the wall a little bit. So, or not a caterpillar, but box extension. Here's my caterpillars just in case I need them. Cover, so let's get to it. Alright guys, I got this sweet setup here for the camera. It's inside of a can light box or whatever, or fake can light, so hopefully the edge of this isn't bothering you. Hopefully, I don't think that's part of it. I'm not sure. Anyways, we're getting to it. Got my tools on the ground right here. So Curtis, if you could tell people to stop curling these, it's a waste of time. I don't want them curled. So these just stab right in the back. And this is size 10 wire. Luckily it's the last size on my strippers. And sorry that last month's video was super long, but sometimes that's just how it goes without editing and stuff like that. So I will try to do better on that. I like to keep these short, make it short and sweet and get to the point. I'm gonna scrape the paint off of here as usual. And I'll try to explain why I have to redo that GFCI plug yesterday. Because they're not doing a line and a load, they're basically just doing line. So they're not protecting the next box. It's gonna be protected itself, so they don't want everything tripped at once, so have to rewire that to do it that way. And then my foot is cramping up, so just have to unscrew all of these right here, just so you can get your wire in. Don't have to go too crazy, just enough. And you're gonna want to tighten these super tight when you tighten it back to the wire. That's the way I was taught, and that's how I've always done it. Haven't had a problem. So ground is on the bottom, but it'll also say green right here, and then the other one just says white, and then the 2 hots are on either side, and it doesn't matter which one goes which because they're both hot. So start out with your ground. Just checking the camera angle, looks good. Okay, so start out with the ground right here. Just get this, come back and tighten it super tight later. Looks like it's in there. Then I usually just go for the white one. It doesn't really matter, you can go hot, white, hot, but I guess I'll just do hot, white, hot. And then sometimes you just don't want to get the white mixed up. If you're new to this or whatnot, you don't want to put them in the wrong spot, so you just put the white in first. But for the video's sake, I'll just do it this way. It's kind of just nice to work your way out. So this one, then that one, then that one. And then you want to put these wires right, there's a little like V. You want the wire right in the V. And just like yesterday's video, you're going to want to make this plug straight, because once you tighten it down, that's it. You know, it's not like a regular plug-in, like a duplex, where you have room to adjust it with the plate or whatnot. once you tighten this down, that's it, and that's the screws are where the plate is at, so if that makes sense. So I'm going to just go through real quick and tighten these down really tight. Basically, you want to go until it stops turning, and then sometimes it'll even start to like strip the screw out because it's so tight, and that's fine. I mean, you don't want it to do that, but that just means you know it's as tight as it can get. I'll go back on this one. Then the black. So hopefully this video will be like 5 to 7 minutes. That's where I like to keep my videos, but the last like 6 videos have been like 10 minutes, so hopefully you don't mind that. Okay, and then double check the ground. Looks like it's in there all the way. Actually, I'm just gonna double check. I'm not sure if it went in there all the way. Alright, it did. You can usually hear it click, sorta, the metal hitting the back of the plug. Okay, that should be super tight. And then you're gonna want the ground facing down. So you turn it like this. So when you plug in the dryer, the cord goes down. And you're just gonna want to fold this up. And one thing that really bothers me is when people put the wire in the middle of the box. It needs to go on one side or the other because this plug is so thick, and all the wires usually fold up right behind it, so it's really hard to get it squished in there. If you put it on one side or the other, you have this room to play with the wire. Butchering this real quick, but it's easier with the wire on the side because then you have more room. But if it comes through the right behind it, then it just makes a mess. It can be done, but it's just more annoying. Some of these boxes are like thinner, I feel like, but this one looks like it's kind of deep, so maybe I won't really have a big problem. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on real quick. And then I'm gonna use longer screws. You want to, just like the ceiling boxes, you want to make sure these little edges are like rolled in so it's a flat surface and it's not sticking out any more than it has to. Then you're going to take your drill wherever it may be. I got the long 2-inch screws just to grab it. You're just going to want to start them all. So that looks good, and tighten these up. So that's not too bad, but then you're going to want to take your level, and this is crucial to making the plate straight. So you need to make it straight, because once you tighten it down, it's not going to be able to move. And then, so if your plug is over here, your whole plate's going to be crooked. So you got to make this straight, and that looks pretty perfect right there. And then you're just going to want to tighten it down. I usually just take the flat blade, and it looks like it's kind of giving out a little bit right there. So hopefully it'll not be like that in a second. You can either hit it with the drill, but I feel like that can get carried away too fast. So I kind of just like to take the flat blade and make sure it's snug. But each time you tighten one side, it makes the other side loose. So you kind of just have to find the right spot where they're all tight. This one just got really loose. Then when you're done, you're just gonna want to push on it, make sure it ain't going anywhere. Either way, that looks pretty solid. You want to check the level one more time. Money. Then you're gonna want to take your plate. If I can get it open. And this just goes right here. You can see the screw holes. Doesn't go that way. It goes the long way. If this was turned sideways, then it would go that way, but this is the long way right here. But basically just look for the screw holes, line them up. And then you're gonna want to screw these in. And then this is what it looks like done. You want to make sure your screws are pretty straight. That's not too bad. And then the final test right here, once you put your level on it, right on the money. So that's right where you want it. So if you follow these steps, you'll get a plug turning out like this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it if you give it a like for taking the time out of my day and hustling for you guys. And subscribe if you're new or you like the content and want to see videos tomorrow. Appreciate it. God bless. Have an awesome rest of your day. See you later. All right, so today's shout out goes to Jade and Avery. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Welcome to the Famous Club. I'll see you guys tomorrow.